Hi everybody, how are y'all doing? I wasn't going to do this. And if you look at the background, you will see the place looking a bit messy. It's been messy for a little bit um, now um, because I've been focused on other things. Um, and I'm doing this because I want y'all to see me not put together. I didn't have no makeup on, no nice outfit. Because I think, you know, people have a misconception, you know. Um, I think people do not realize that we are just people trying to be. I was reading something just now and I need to stop reading. I need to stop reading and I need to go lie down because I'm real tired. And people saying what they doing about this and why people not marching for this. And I'm not going to speak for other people, though I know I can. I'll speak for me. Activism is not about a single cause. It is about seeking justice and fairness and equal access on a whole range of issues. LGBTQI was not at my forefront. 25 years ago, maybe, I got involved in HIV work. At that time, people were dying like flies. I was living in the US. And people were dying like flies, I guess, here too, eh? Because when you talk to the community here, and that's the community of people living with HIV, and they will tell you how many people they lost to HIV back in the day. Well, that was happening in Black America. Um, and that was my first indoctrination when I realized the dangers of ignorance and fear. That when people don't know or not provided with accurate information, that they could cause harm, not only physical but also emotional harm, through isolation, stigmatization, discrimination, etc. And then I said, this don't feel right. And that's what activism is about, eh? It's about when something does not feel right, and we decide to use our God-given talents and skills to try to affect positive change. And most activists, that's not a job title, because we don't get paid for it. You just have to have your normal job, and this is stuff we do on the side. And some people have their core causes, like HIV was my core cause, but then you get pulled in because you realize that the number of warm bodies willing to do this type of work is small because it is mentally and physically draining. The rewards are lovely, but it is mentally and physically draining when you start that upward climb to try to educate people, to try to create a world free from hate based on things like gender, skin color, HIV status, age. I'm talking about little people here, you know. And so when we embark about on this journey, I always say this is not for the faint of heart. And so nobody is looking for sympathy. We hope for solidarity. And I've gotten some messages where people have stated their positions. And I'm doing my best to provide clarity. I have no problem doing that. I understand that it is easy to get caught up in the hype. Remember what we did to HIV people living with HIV back in the day, in the earlys? Parents would lock them away. They wouldn't access treatment, care, and support because they didn't want people to know. That wasn't that long ago. So I don't have to go outside and talk about the civil rights movement or anything like that. I could talk about HIV right here in Trinidad and Tobago. We could talk about gender-based violence. All the people who are talking about same-sex and Adam and Eve and Adam and Steve and all of that. But how are we treating people we're in relationship with? You know? And so I get emotional again. And I think I'm going to lie down. But I did want to thank Indrani Goradia. I did want to thank the female activist that I know, and you all know who you are. I want to big up Maureen Searles, because I know if Maureen was around, she would have been in Woodford Square with us. As a straight heterosexual woman, she would have been there holding a sign. You know, I want to thank Myrtle Motley, that's my mother. She would have been buffing me about fighting other people's battles, as well as fighting my own battle and so on. But it's because of her I am who I am today. You know, and yeah. So today, let us celebrate our small victories, because the journey to eradicate injustice in all its forms is a long and winding road. Yeah, thank you guys.